All right, so I know that you are a Zig Ziglar business lawyer. I love Zig Ziglar. One of his most quoted statements is, you are the sum of the five people you spend the most time with. A lot of people know that statement, and a lot of people believe that statement and maybe not, embody that statement.
Hmm.
But I want to know, like, what do you know about Zig that the rest of us may not know? I just kind of want to go a little off topic here, just talk a little bit about Zig Ziglar and his son that you work with. Can you tell us a little bit about the Ziglar family?
It's an amazing family, and it's been my pleasure since 2014 to be a part of that family, and it's been amazing. And what I can tell you about that family is they are exactly what they seem they are. When I met Tom in Houston at a small event that I was attending, I got to ride around in the car with him as he was driving me to the airport, actually. It was very surreal because I was hearing all the wisdom in Tom's voice, which is very different than his dad's. But it's all the things that his dad taught us all over decades, he actually learned. A lot of sons don't actually pick up what their dads are trying to teach. He did.
Right.
And when Zig started to decline, they had some foresight into, hey, we've got to figure out how to carry this legacy forward. And so their dad's legacy was super important to them. And so they built out programs to continue and to create Ziglar legacy trainers to go out into the world and keep spreading that message. Because Zig said you can change who you are and where you are if you change what you put into your mind. And so they wanted to be able to send people out to give people that opportunity to make those changes. And that would be the biggest thing I would say is it seems too good to be true. If you go back and watch some videos of Zig and hear him talking and hear what he's saying, you would think, it's all a show. Well, it's not. He was as true and genuine as he could be. And his family is too. Now, that doesn't mean that they weren't human and don't have the same kind of problems that you and I have, but everything that they say, they believe, and they apply those things in their lives. And so when Zig is a huge goal setter, was huge to Zig. Man, Tom is all over that. It was Zig's statement that you don't want to be a wandering generality, you want to be a meaningful specific. And so you have to have a target. And so if you're a business owner, you need to have goals. And a goal isn't something that you daydream about during lunchtime and then think that would be nice and go on. A goal is something that you've written down. It's measurable. It's got a specific achievement date. You've also considered what are the obstacles to that goal. You've written what you have the tools that would be necessary to achieve that goal. I mean, if that's a goal, otherwise it's just a dream. And so they really live that stuff. And because of that, and have been flexible enough to change the way they do business, the methods of business to be more modern. Zig's company is still moving forward and is very successful and profitable. They weren't stuck in how dad did it. How can we get dad's message out and continue that legacy? And so they've been very flexible and just great clients too. When I do have suggestions, they actually follow them. And I've got a book coming out in November, and Tom actually wrote the forward for it for me, and I'm so excited about it.
That's great. Have you titled your book yet?
Yep, the book is titled The Shatterproof Entrepreneur, and it's going to be a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about today, but a lot more. But it's how to build that business that is shatterproof. There are kind of I see kind of two kind of business owners. There's the business owners that just keep banging their heads against the wall. They can't quite ever get where they want to go. It's frustrating in life. And then I would see these business owners that it seemed like everything they would do was successful. And they had freedom. They had money freedom. They always had a smile on their face. They could take off and do what they wanted to when they wanted to. And I call those people shatterproof business owners. And they've built the team that we've talked about. They've figured out their vision, their mission, their core values. They're communicating them to their team, both the team we've talked about and their actual employees and subcontractors. And they've set up systems for those businesses to run so that they aren't dependent on them and they're not dependent on people or talent. They're dependent on the systems and processes. And when you do that, then you really end up having the life of a shatterproof entrepreneur, which is really what all of us are trying to get to. None of it.